What happens when a cause built on chaos crosses the line into outright madness? One battle after another doesn't just ask that question, it throws you into the fire from the very first scene and doesn't let up. Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, my name is Troy. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to review One Battle After Another, the next film from Paul Thomas Anderson that released in theaters this weekend, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, among others. And this film is so good. It's very good. A few nitpicks here and there, mainly the length, but overall, the hype is real. This is cinema at its finest. The film really is pure adrenaline from start to finish. From the opening scene, we see this militia group formed, the French 75, the group that Leonardo DiCaprio and others are a part of. They are invading this migrant facility to release the migrants, to free them from being imprisoned there. And it's just a very tense scene. We meet Sean Penn for the first time. We kind of see the beginning groundwork that this guy is going to be pretty sadistic, pretty twisted, pretty chaotic. And the film doesn't let up from there. It's scene after scene after scene of this group fighting for their cause, taking extreme lengths to what they think they need to do to bring down the government that they believe is suppressing them. It was very hard to watch at moments because the intensity is really there. You feel a lot of the tension in those scenes as they're going through these great lengths to achieve what they think is right. And also Sean Penn beginning to put together the group that he needs to fight back. First 45 minutes of the movie really builds up from those actions of this group to the point where Perfidia is caught. She has to make a tough decision of what to do next. Leading up to this point, she gives birth to a baby, something that Leonardo DiCaprio's character really is happy about as they have a family, but she starts to feel neglected because of his focus on their child, and she wants to go back to the cause, so fighting the fight. And they rob a bank, it goes sideways, she kills somebody, which I think is the turning point of the story. Even though some of the actions this group has been taking have been pretty extreme, I felt like the film really highlighted that they didn't intentionally hurt anybody in those sequences. At the beginning of the film, they just tied people up. They didn't kill anybody. A lot of the places they bombed weren't have anybody around, so people weren't hurt. Where in this sequence, she kills somebody, and it feels like the turning point because you can see the shock on their group's face when it happens. She's caught, and she immediately has made a decision, hey, either you work with us or you don't. And then we see her turn on them and rat them out, and we see this really vicious sequence of Sean Penn's character, the Colonel, hunting these people down, killing them, capturing people. It's difficult to watch. And their relationship, Perfidia's and the Colonel's, is really interesting as well because we see that he has this obsession with her that comes back to haunt him. But the film really focuses on when they are older. About 15 years later, Leonardo DiCaprio's character is now Bob. Their daughter's name is Willa, no longer Charlene, as they have these aliases. And it's caught up to them that they are found out because they capture one of their old members who gives up their location. And the big twist here as to why Lockjaw is looking for them is we find out at the later part of this movie that he is the actual father of Willa, that the relationship that he had to Perfidia, that they had a child from that she probably knew that and hid that from Bob, which probably caused some of the strain there at the beginning of the film in that first 45 minutes. But because of that, and he gets an invitation to join this white supremacist group, which was a very silly commentary about that, calling them the Christmas Adventurers, I believe, and all hail Saint Nick. It was really bizarre, really wild. But because he gets this invitation, he wants to hide this illegitimate child, and he enlists the help of others to track them down so he can take them out and join this membership. But the performances of this cast are really good, and what really make the movie so well, along with the script, the tight story, the plot elements, again, the nonstop suspense, the nonstop thrills, because the story, even though it takes a while, and I think we could trim it back about 15-20 minutes to get it under 2.5, the film does a really good job of keeping you engaged for the most part as you get these slow reveals, as you get this twist. And the film is also shot really beautifully as well. It's so well, the cinematography is so great. But Benicio del Toro's character is a great addition to this. The sensei and his role and what he's been responsible for in his city too. It just all coalesces into nonstop thrills, nonstop adrenaline that really keeps you engaged the entire time and makes this such a good watch. But again, the performances are great. Leo is as good as ever. I can see why he's getting award buzz for this, because he is so good in this role as Bob. He's really funny as well. And as he's older, a lot of really good humorous moments for him, but he's such a great lead to the story. But for me, the person who stole the show in One Battle After Another is Sean Penn, again, as Lockjaw. He is completely sadistic. He is unhinged, especially when he is on a mission to figure this out, to find Bob and Willa. The ending with him, as you think he is dead, is absolutely insane. He gets shot in the face, and you see him walking down the road, blood everywhere, chunks of his face missing, with a gun, determined to finish this out. Just bizarre. I thought for sure he was dead. It was insane, that sequence. Definitely one of the best shots of the movie. And that he meets his fateful end when he thinks he's accepted into this. He tries to cover up what they already know about having an illegitimate child, and they gas him out and they burn him. The ending probably that he quite frankly deserves based off of his motivations throughout the film. Thought Chase Infinity was really great as Willa as well. She was very strong. She did well opposite Leo DiCaprio, opposite Sean Penn, opposite Regina Hall, who was also really good in this role. I haven't seen her in a dramatic role like this before. You know, we're really used to her in those comedic roles. She's really well known for the Scary Movie franchise, and she was really good in this role, and I hope she gets more opportunities to keep doing this, as she was really fun to watch. But again, Chase was really great. Excited to see her career continue to blossom, as I think this is a good stepping stone for her. Again, my main critique is the runtime here. I don't think it needed to be 2 hours and 40 minutes. I think we could have trimmed it down quite a bit. There are some, even though there's a lot of engagement, there are some pacing things where I think, oh, I think we could have trimmed this back. I think we could have cut that. But again, the suspense and thrill of the movie just really does a great job of bringing you back in when there is a little bit of those lulls. You start to feel that tension as it goes on and on and on. I mean, the last 30 minutes of this movie are completely tense as Willa is turned over to this group that Lockjaw is hoping gets rid of her. We see the bounty hunter have a change of heart and kind of sacrifice himself so he can get away. And the sequence of driving at the end was very tense, as you have Willa driving, this member of the white supremacist group driving, you have Bob driving, and none of them know who each other is. They're just following these cars, thinking that they're involved with each other, but they don't know who each other are. It was a really tense moment. It came to a really climactic ending with Willa taking out the white supremacist member and Bob finding Willa, them reuniting, her kind of dropping that guard and saying, you know, after she's learned the truth about who her father is, and just being reminded of, hey, this is my dad. It doesn't matter who my biological father is, but this is really my father. But overall, this is definitely one of the best films of the year. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's definitely going to be on my top 10 list, I think, at the end of the year, because it's just so well done. It's so great. I think it's definitely worth seeing. Again, if you enjoy thrillers, suspense films, this is going to be up your alley. There's a little bit of mystery involved too. Definitely worth the watch for the performances alone. I think you'll walk out of this really enjoying it. But if you saw One Battle After Another this weekend, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Curious to know what you felt about the movie. What are some things you thought could be improved, taken away, or did you think it was a perfect film? Because it is darn near perfect. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe for more content, guys, and thanks for tuning in.